Republican state legislative leaders, perhaps wanting to avoid trouble, have already formed a bipartisan group to create a new way to draw the upcoming map. But State House correspondent Joe Ingles reports there's already an effort to change the map drawing process, and its supporters are not backing down.
Flashback to election night 2015, when supporters of a ballot issue to change the way state house districts are drawn were celebrating a huge win after two previous redistricting issues had lost. Catherine Terser with Common Cause Ohio had helped create those two failed issues in 2005 and 2012, so she was thrilled this one was a success.
It's like Christmas. How's that? I got the best present, and and the thing that's exciting is that this is for all of us.
The ballot issue Terser and other advocates supported had been drafted by state lawmakers. Now they're working on another one, dealing with changing the way the congressional map is drawn. The 32-member Constitutional Modernization Commission, which had just disbanded with the new budget, had been working on redistricting changes for years with no success. Republican Senator Matt Huffman of Lima is a member of this new four-person work group, which put together a proposal in a few months.
What's going to come out of that is there are going to be people on all sides, if we come up with a proposal, who aren't going to like it. Just as there was with issue 1. But I think when the public sees that there has been real participation by all sides, they're going to say, okay, we like that.
But Democrats admit they're concerned. Senate Minority Leader Kenny Yuko of Richmond Heights calls the group a great opportunity, as he says, quote, if we do it the right way, unquote.
We've had an awful lot of time to work on this. We've had an awful lot of time to think about this. And all of a sudden, right now, we're getting down to, we're counting days, basically, on the calendar and saying this is really going to be a tight schedule we're dealing with. And my question was, okay, if we don't make the May deadline, can we go to November? And I don't think it was looked upon favorably. I think they have a distinct position that we're going to get this done in May or else. And sometimes that's not the best way to proceed forward.
And Yuko also says he doesn't want to undermine the efforts of nonpartisan groups that put together a congressional redistricting plan after that win in 2015 and are gathering signatures for a ballot issue for next year. But Huffman says the one the lawmakers group will have will be constructed with a careful process that is lacking in the proposal from those outside groups.
I think history will show, including modern history here in the last two times, that when there's an independent group or a group that largely represents part of the political spectrum puts one of these issues on the ballot, it fails pretty miserably. And because the public views that as, well, that's just one group doing or one side doing what they want.
The State Ballot Board has approved the nonpartisan group's plan, which would transfer authority to draw congressional districts from state lawmakers to the bipartisan commission created with the 2015 ballot issue. Catherine Terser is again involved with those groups, which have collected 142,000 signatures so far. And Terser says they wouldn't be circulating petitions now if they believed lawmakers would actually come forward with a plan.
Issue 1 of 2015 that addressed state legislative redistricting reform, it passed by more than 71% of the vote. It won in all 88 counties. Clearly, the legislature should have moved. But when they didn't, it became clear that we had to do it. And that's why we began doing a citizens initiative. We will not get derailed by the legislative effort just because it's hard to believe it'll actually come to fruition.
Ohio's existing congressional map has been called one of the most gerrymandered in the country. It must be redrawn after the next census, less than 3 years away, and the state could lose a congressional seat after that census, which could make the map drawing battle even harder. Joe Ingles, State House News Bureau.